Well, somehow we've managed to make it through another 2 weeks of baseball. All I can say is Emilio Pagan should be looking for jobs at this point. If the Twins were ran by competent people, had a lot of crazy stuff, right? We had the brawl of a lifetime, or at least Twitter would make it out to seem, from the Angels and the Mariners, where Rendon just kind of cupped Winker's cheek, almost like it was a romance movie, like, oh, such a sweet moment. But again, Twitter would make it out to seem like he knocked him out, like it was Hank beating Jesse in Breaking Bad. But that's just Twitter in a nutshell for you. Quick rant. Twitter is a cesspool. I'm not a fan of it. Without fail, 4th of July is coming up. Perfect, right? I could tweet out a picture of a pack of brats. Oh, I'm excited to throw these on the grill. Happy 4th. And the comments will be, oh, not like burgers, big guy? Where the fuck are the hot dogs, you piece of shit? That's just what would happen. That's Twitter for you. But anyway, roster update predictions. That's what you clicked on the video for, I presume. And we have 60 players to talk about. Half dozen plus brand new diamonds. Let's not waste well, let's waste a little bit. Leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel. I would appreciate it. Now, let's not waste any more time. Oh, and make sure to tell me who you guys think is going diamond, who's going gold. What are your predictions for this roster update? Now, let's get into it. Lots to talk about. Let's start out with a couple favorites. Andres Gimenez. Now, is he getting diamond for sure? No. I'm contemplating this one. An 84, absolutely, but he definitely can keep this up and maybe get diamond too. I think it's like a 50-50 shot, and he keeps up this, like, you know, upper 800s OPS through the next week. This always follows. Follow me on twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend because we talk about updates there. You know, even the greatest players have a couple bad games which can derail an update. Spoiler, Trout, he's probably getting downgraded again. By golly, he only has like a 980 OPS on the year. He should be a silver card by SDS's standards. So Gimenez, I like the investment. He's going for quick sell value. Keep an eye on him. For the Royals, Andrew Benintendi, Benny Biceps. I'm a big fan of this one. He is hitting 375 against righties in the update period and 455 against lefties in the last 30. Again, a lot of guys don't face a huge pool of lefties in that given time frame. Absolutely, him going gold, and he's going for it very cheap. I like that one quite a lot. Interesting one. Christian Javier, of course, had the 7-inning part of a no-no against the Yankees, and he struck out 14. The Angels, does it count? It has to be like an asterisk around there, right? What's the Angel? I'm kidding. The Angels are a great team. Surely they'll finally make the playoffs again this year and not just waste another season of Ohtani and Trout. Javier's been great. +3 for sure. +4 maybe. He's just been so dominant. You absolutely know what he's been doing. For the Braves, Dansby, Swanson. I like this investment because he's going for 915. I have him at a +4. I don't think he's getting diamond quite yet, but I do think with POTM looming, and he's likely not going to be a candidate since he had that 91 overall card, maybe they want to give him what he deserves here in a +5. Either way, a +4 nets him at 1500 quick sell, which I'm a big fan of. That 600 guaranteed stubs right there for Dansby, Swanson. Love that shit. Move to the Cubs. Wilson Contreras, not a huge room of investment, but he's going to go +1 in my opinion. 86. He's going to go a little further. And finally, talking about Will Smith. No, not the guy that slaps comedians at award conventions. I'm sure this guy has a great relationship with his wife. A +1 for him. I do think he will go diamond currently as things do stand, hitting 276, 379 isolated power against righties, including 3 home runs there, and 412 batting average and ISO against lefties in the last 30-day period. I think it's all there for him, and he definitely should get the upgrade. Now let's move on to the long list here. 60 players. Good Lord. Buckle in, grab a fucking snack. We're going to be here for a little bit. Cedric Mullins, a +1. He's hitting 387 against righties last update. Great. Mountcastle, same thing, +1. He's hitting 345 against righties since the last update. A couple incrementals right there. Mullins could be on the look to go back gold soon. Alex Verdugo, have him going gold right here. +3, 296, 222. Batting average and ISO with 2 home runs against righties. Quick explanation. ISO, when I mentioned that, I don't talk slug. ISO is isolated power. Slugging percentage includes your batting average. It's not a true definition of how much power a guy's hitting for. So quick note there. Also 5 for 5 with 3 extra basers against lefties. 420 batting average in the last 30-day period. Like it. He's going gold. This guy's bipolar. Make up your fucking mind, Stan. Do you want to be a silver? Do you want to be a gold card? Choose, pick one, because this guy is beachfront property on that 79.5 overall. Well, I think he's getting gold again. He's hitting the lights out. For the Rays, we're talking about Sugar Shane McClanahan. Very common success this year. Absolutely the front runner for Cy Young Award, and my not biased at all opinion. +2 for him. He's going 90+. I don't know if there's a huge room to invest here. I think a lot of the intrigue of 90+ is kind of came and went. We just saw 3 guys get their last time, and none of them really went up in price. Also, Brooks Rayleigh, a +1 for him. He's been pitching really well. They often say Rays are like makeup. They can make about damn near anybody look good. So, I don't know. Maybe Emilio Pagan come back to the Rays, and he's going to look like a Cy Young caliber closer once more. Also, Yandy Diaz, a +1 for him. +2, sorry. Can't even read my own writing here. 375 against righties. And then Isaac Perez, fantastic, +5 for him. He is just doing crazy numbers right now. 333, 444 against righties, 357, 50 batting average and ISO with 5 homers against lefties in the last 30-day period. Pretty crazy. Talking about Alejandro Kirk, the ideal male body type, +2, 435. 348 batting average and ISO against righties, 350 against lefties. Isolated power looking great. Also, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. have him getting up to gold here, a +2. Killing righties, 400 batting average, 320 ISO with 6 extra base hits. Moving on to the Central, Lance Lynn. He's back and he's looking good. A +1, but keep an eye on him. He's going for quick sell value, and if he has one really good start throughout the week, he could flirt with getting diamond. So I do like that investment there. Dylan Cease, he's done the work already. He's not getting diamond quite yet, but a +2. Striking out a crazy amount of batters, not giving up hits. Needs to stop relinquishing the BBs, the base on balls. That's his biggest problem. That's going to keep him from diamond at this point. So if he fixes that, I do see him going up there rather quick. Jose Abreu is hitting 452 against righties for not much power, but I do see a +2 to an 82 overall for him. The Guardians, a couple more guys here. Ahmed Rosario, he was great last year. It looked like the Mets got fleeced for Lindor. Then he started off looking so damn bad this year. Now he's back to looking like last year. So a +3. I have him getting gold here. 333 with 3 extra base hits against righties, 417 batting average against lefties, with a 294 ISO against them in the last 30-day period. Like it a lot. He's going gold. Moving over to the Twinkies, Carlos Correa. Seems like a lot of people are over 2017. The SDS devs are not. Because they completely shafted him last time, didn't even get a point when he should have went like 83, 84. I do have him getting that right here, +2 to an 83 overall, 333 batting average against righties in this last period. He deserves it, damn it, give it to him. Speaking of deserved, Luis Arraez, all rise for Arraez. He's back on this list again. You just have to get him gold somehow, and he is hitting 318 against lefties in the last 30-day period. I think that is enough to bring him up the +2. He just needs it, man. He needs to be a gold card. He's a future all-star. God damn it. For the Astros, it'd be quicker mentioning who isn't getting upgraded here. Verlander, have him going 90+. He's not striking out anybody. 5.4 K9. Good lord, that makes Zach Greinke look like prime Nolan Ryan with those strikeouts. But he isn't giving up as much home runs, and has a 118 opponent batting average. I think is going to push him there. Luis Garcia, I also quite like this investment. The Astros are going to play the Royals, and I already like him for gold. 5 1/3, 158 opponent batting average, 10.1 K9. I think he's going to get it, and maybe even a point and then some after playing the illustrious offense that is hosted there in Kansas City. Framber Valdez, also have him getting a +2, 14 innings, not giving up any hits. No Astros do apparently. I have him getting to a 79. For the Angels, bit of a question mark here. Noah Syndergaard finally struck out more than like 3 in a game. He had 9 strikeouts in 7 innings. The +1 to a 2. We'll see for Syndergaard, but a +1. contingency at getting gold this week. Frankie Montas, I think he's probably been on this video every single time this year, which is kind of amazing. It's going to be even cooler when he's wearing a twin uniform, which surely is going to happen. 14 innings, not giving up any hits, 9.6 K per 9. Like it for a +1. He still needs to, get more strikeouts, limit the walks in order to get diamond, in my opinion. Also have Sean Murphy here getting gold, hitting .421 with 211 ISO against righties, but a lefty downgrade, so we'll see. I like the chance of him getting there at this price, but keep an eye on Sean Murphy throughout the week because the lefties could hold him back. Meredith Robbie Ray, speaking of being held back, this guy is flourishing. He's looking like last year Robbie Ray, except, little shades of Diamondback Robbie Ray, have better accuracy, pitching with morning wood than trying to have command of the strike zone. Not quite as bad. 3.5 BB9 in this last period, but not giving up any hits, starting to get the strikeout pitch back, so that's good. J-Rod is absolutely going gold here. Him and Pena, the Rookie of the Year race, exists in the American League West, so I have him getting gold. He's hitting for a ton of power right now. One for the Rangers here, Adolis Garcia. Right now, I have him getting diamond. If he slumps the rest, there's a chance he misses it. He's not going to get anything against lefties. He's not hitting well against them, but he does have 2 homers, 6 extra base hits, on top of hitting .346 against righties since the last update. So currently, you see, he just needs +2. He's going to get it. He's going to get it, in my opinion. And at 2,100 is a damn good investment. Again, the Braves here, we have half a team to guys to talk about. Max Fried, I do think we'll get it. There's a chance they hold him back because of strikeouts, but under 1 walk per 9 given up, .216 opponent batting average. He just needs to get there at this point. It kind of happened with Alek Manoah. He didn't really show something to improve those stats that he was there at. And Fried's the same guy. He's not being a different pitcher, but he's just been so excellent this year at a long period. You kind of have to just give up and give it to him, in my opinion. So AJ Minter a +1. I like him more for diamond this week than Kenley Jansen. But Minter, keep an eye on him. Again, quick sell value, I think a +1, but a chance at going diamond pretty soon here. Travis d'Arnaud a +2 in my opinion to an 83. Kind of have to blow by some of these. Austin Riley +2 for him to an 82 overall. Just killing righties again. 368 batting average against them. Spencer Strider, I have him going gold. Could go diamond if they actually add his mustache into the game. Might take too much computing power. Hopefully by the time the PS6 rolls around, they can finally add facial hair to players in the middle of the season. We do have a big one here, Sandy Alcantara. I don't know. A stamina boost, I think, is honestly his most likely chance of getting it, because he's striking out like 3.5 batters per 9 innings, which is going to warrant a downgrade, if anything. BB9, 1.1 in this last period. That could inch him upwards. It's tough to say for Alcantara here. I don't want to say anything's guaranteed, but I think he gets it this week. He's been pitching so many innings, kind of an anomaly at this point in MLB. Not many guys are going this far. Garrett Cooper, I do have going gold here, a +2 for him to an 80 overall. But we'll see on Alcantara. Keep that in mind. He's going to have one more start. It is against the Angels. I know I already talked bad about their offense, but there's times they come alive. Reese Hoskins here for the Phillies is doing very well. +2 for him for his efforts. 3 homers against righties, 300, 550 ISO against them. Lefties hitting 323 at the 355 ISO in the last 30-day period. I like it a lot. Kyle Schwarber hitting for about no contact, but he is hitting for power. 455 ISO against righties with 3 homers. I have him getting up to a 78. The Nationals, a couple of weird ones here. Juan Soto. Lord, is it odd, discussing him potentially going diamond here. I don't think quite yet. A +2 to an 84 overall. He's hitting 400 against righties in the last period. 273 with a 364 ISO against lefties. I think they're going to give him an 84. And then Josh Bell, I have him getting an 84 also. Hitting 647 with a 353 ISO against righties. 308 batting average against lefties. Very interesting. I could see them just going rash here in giving him diamond, but I don't think so. I'll say an 84 overall for him because I do expect him to get a PUTM card as well. The Cubs, we talked about Contreras. Nico Horner is interesting because his offensive numbers aren't crazy. He's hitting .516 against righties in the last period, but his defense and speed are so high at shortstop, a position where you don't need crazy offensive stats. I think he's going to get it. I think he's going to go diamond here. And not too many people are invested in that, so I would definitely keep an eye on that. Patrick Wisdom, a +1 to a 79, hitting .276 against righties. David Robertson, also a +1 to a 79 overall for him. He's been pitching well. A chance at gold here. This is a little cheeky investment. If you're in for a little bit of a risk, I do think he's been pitching well. Has a chance of getting it this week. The Brewers, again, have a metric fuck ton of players to talk about. Let's start with Christian Yelich, who I think has finally worked himself back up to gold. He is hitting well against righties, 385 in the last period. Luis Urias, +2 for him, hitting for a ton of power. 3 home runs against righties, 333 batting average against lefties in the last 30-day period. I have him getting up to a 78 overall there. McCutchen, real slow start, a +2 to a 77 overall for him. And Rowdy Tellez, ton of power, 4 homers against righties with a 464 ISO. No contact, so that's going to go down. I only have him getting a +1. Moving over to the Pirates, Brian Reynolds, 3-homer game, gold card in my opinion, +2. 429 ISO with 3 homers against righties. His averages are about 260 a side. There's a chance they hold him for it, but I think he's probably going to get the go-ahead to a gold card. Paul Goldschmi. Holy shit, could you just upgrade his righty stats so they're actually decent? What more does he have to do with 379, 310 ISO with 2 homers in the last period? Just give him a fat boost and I'll stop talking about him. We have Nolan Arenado. He's going back up to 90+ right here. He's on a tear. 368, 474 with 2 homers against lefties in the last 30-day period. 333, 303 batting average and ISO against righties. Since the last update, I have a +2 for him. Ryan Helsley is going to get it, I think. He has a 6.4 BB9, which would be the only deterrent, but he has a 20.6 K per 9 and a 150 opponent batting average. He's been so good. You can't knock him on the BB9 when he's excelling so high as far as the strikeout rate goes. So I do think he's going to get the point there. And there's a little room to invest right now. Let's move on. Final division, Brendan Rodgers, everybody's favorite future star, looks to be a potential star in the making, or at least when he plays at Coors. +3, 263, 316 batting average and ISO against righties. 563, 438 with 5 extra base hits against lefties. +3 to 78 overall for him. Freddie Freeman. Sorry, Braves fans, I don't see a Disney Channel-esque ending to this story. I don't think a Matt Olson, Freddie Freeman 1-for-1 trade is going to... I don't think it's going to happen out of pity. He's getting a +2, 360 with 400 ISO against righties, 3 homers. The power's finally started to come along, which is good to see. Also hitting 313 against lefties. Bit of a boost there as well. A couple Dodger pitchers also talk about Tony Gonzalon. Have him getting to an 83 overall right here. 13 and a third, 188 opponent batting average. Not giving up walks, 1.4 BB9. So I think that's where most of the upgrades going to go here. Urias doesn't have a great opponent batting average, but he does have 11 and a third K per 9, which he's in desperate need of that. So a +1 for him. Justin Turner is at the age of 37. He is not washed. Just took him extra time. Needed to warm up those brittle little bones there. 364, 500. Batting average and ISO with 3 homers against righties, doing real well. Finally, moving on to the Giants. Couple last cards right here. Jock Peterson, a +2, hitting 313 against lefties in the last 30-day period. 300 batting average and 300 ISO against righties. +2 for him, 83 overall. And finally, Evan Longoria, gonna call it a +2 to a +3. I don't know. It's tough to say. There's some stubs to be made there. It's a bit of a risk, but he is hitting the ball quite well right now. An upgrade to 79 nonetheless. So that's going to do it. 60 players talked about in hopefully not too long. Longer than I thought, but it's 60 fucking players. I expect it to be a 5-minute video? Probably not. That's going to do it. Leave a like down below. Let me know who you guys think deserves to get upgraded in this roster update coming this Friday. And hope you guys have a great day. There goes out. Yeet.